Hey, I'm Jack. I'm back. And unfortunately, this guy right here, right here, wherever he is, he's wrong. And I'm right. I'm cursed with the burden of infinite knowledge. Um, and I'm also doing this 11 days after, I don't know how many, I think a Thursday night game. Yeah, the Thursday, and then all the Sunday night games have been played. Um, but I'm gonna prove that I'm right in every way. Sorry, I've got the fan going. I turned it off. It'll slow down. But yeah, this guy, wrong, dead wrong, stupid. He's dumb. And I'm gonna prove that by I'll go through a little differently than he did. Let's see. So I'll go week by week, but I've done it already. So if I'm going too fast, you can pause it, or you can go like, "You're stupid." This team will obviously win, and unfortunately for you, you're wrong, because I'm right in this scenario. You can see all of the records all around, in just all of their divisions, but I'll go week by week, just sort of going through it. This week has already happened, except for this Monday game. I'm recording this on Monday. I think the Chargers beat the Jets. Sorry, Jets. Without Aaron Rodgers, you're still a somehow great team. And it's just devastating that you don't have Aaron Rodgers. Let's see. All right, coming up, we got Ravens, Bengals over the Texans. I think, that's kind of a throw up right now. We'll see. We'll see how the Texans keep doing against good defenses, not the Bucks defense. I got Colts, Raiders over Jets, kind of wild. Bills over Broncos. Sorry, Broncos country. I think the Bills win here. Unless the Broncos start stepping something up, but I realistically, it's not happening. Hence this, but I think with like in division, it's kind of a throw up. Obviously, you can beat the Broncos 16 times, but 17 times in a row, get real. I think the 49ers pull it back together and beat the Jags. I don't think this is happening. I'll also, by the way, I put no ties. I put no ties in this. And then here we got the Bucks and the Titans. Kind of throw up as well with Will Levis playing well. We'll see, especially against the Bucks defense. Will Levis could show off. Green Bay loses to the Steelers, especially since it's at Steelers home. It's a no-brainer. Green Bay is truly pretty horrible this year. It's going to take a little bit of time. I feel my door is open. No, it's not. All right. Anyway, sorry about that. I'm getting distracted. All right. Lions over Chargers. Brandon Staley, the GOAT, somehow loses. Bears over Panthers. Been playing better. Also, I forgot to say why. Raiders over Jets because they played well this week. It was against the Giants, but I see faith in their team again, and they've also got a good roster. Sorry, when you got Myers, Adams, and Jacobs together on an offense, and then you've got Max Crosby on a defense, it's kind of hard to bet against them realistically, but they're still going to lose some games, as you can see. Bears over Panthers, pretty obvious. Vikings over Saints, again, a tougher one with Kirk out. With Kirk in, I'd say it's easily Vikings. I still think it's Vikings, but we'll see how that goes. Falcons, Texans, Cowboys, and then the Seahawks beat the Commanders. Next week, Ravens, looking really good. So I think the Ravens beat the Bengals in a closer game, closer than Ravens and the Seahawks. But yeah, Dolphins beat the Raiders. Browns beat the Steelers. Jags beat the Titans. And then Bills beat the Jets this time. They should have last time. And it's kind of embarrassing that they didn't. But here we are. Texans take away the Cardinals. Cardinals look pretty abysmal, especially now without Dobbs. But I'm sure by now Murray's back. But we'll see. Chargers beat the Packers once again, pretty horrible. Vikings beat the Broncos once again, pretty horrible. I think Eagles squeak out the win against the Chiefs here. You know, I don't know. We'll see. Bears get destroyed by the Lions because the Lions are at home. They win their at-home games. Plain and simple. Cowboys beat the Panthers. Commanders win. San Francisco wins, but I mean, really, I just want to see how San Francisco keeps playing because they're still up there, mostly because of their roster and just pure talent that their players have. But last few weeks, brutal. Seahawks beat the Rams, unfortunately. And then Dolphins beat Jets. So I think that'll kind of be a proving game for them. Hopefully Tyreek Hill doesn't fumble it into a touchdown that wins the Jets the game, because apparently he does that. I think that he really wanted the Chiefs to win. I don't know. Bengals beat the Steelers. Texans beat the Jags, which I might get some crap about that, but unfortunately, once again, I know the future and I'm always right. I'm never wrong. It's kind of insane. Anyway, Browns beat the Broncos. Chiefs beat the Raiders. Ravens beat the Chargers. I think maybe the Chargers can pull this off, but it's unlikely. Let's see. So, Patriots beat the Giants. This is the worst game of the week. This one could go either way. They're both doing pretty well, considering all things. But yeah, pretty fun game to watch because it'll be bad defenses. And by that I mean not bad defense. Anyway, Titans beat the Panthers. I think Bills beat the Eagles here. Even though I'm flying high with the Eagles, I'm not. I don't know. I feel like they have to squeak out one against a good team again. Lions at home beat Green Bay. They destroyed Green Bay in Lambeau by 2 touchdowns. That's pretty embarrassing. So at home, like, the Lions aren't a good road team. Yeah, they're gonna, but they should crush the Packers. Coming up next, we got Cowboys, and then the Seahawks squeak out one against the 49ers. I think this one's going to be a tougher one, for sure, but we'll see. So, Falcons, and then the Saints. Probably the Saints. But once again, one of those toss-ups. I put Rams in, but honestly, without Stafford, with Rippin, they looked really bad against the Packers. And that's the Packers this year. Their defense, though. I'm putting in Rams, but future isn't too bright for Rams for the rest of the season. Unfortunately, I thought they had a chance at a wild card, but I think now it's gone. We'll see how long he's gone though. So, Vikings beat the Bears. Sorry, Tyson Bagent. Anyway, Chargers beat the Patriots. Texans beat the Colts. Titans beat the Colts. I keep saying all these T's are messing me up. Texans beat the Broncos. Bengals beat the Jags. Dolphins beat the Commanders. Steelers beat the Cardinals. Jets beat the Falcons. I think their defense just shows up. Zach Wilson hands the ball to Breece Hall enough that they win. Browns beat the Rams. KC beats the Packers. That's a tough one for the Packers. Even if they were good, that's a tough game. Cowboys beat the Seahawks. Bucks beat the Panthers. Lions beat the Saints. Eagles beat the 49ers. All right, we're moving into December. We've got here. I'll just kind of speed run it, sort of like I did there. I just didn't announce it. Ooh. Steelers, Browns, Texans, maybe. Bengals, KC, maybe. Chargers. Maybe this is one of the ones that Broncos win for some reason. If they can beat the Chiefs, who knows? Even if Mahomes was sick, whatever. Dolphins beat the Texans. Cardinals. Ravens beat the Rams. Vikings beat the Raiders. Bucks, Lions, Saints, 49ers. So I made that equal. I think I had the Seahawks winning like 3 weeks before or 2 weeks before. And now they win just one. Which I could see 49ers putting it away, Eagles, I think they beat the Cowboys again. One more time. It was close. It was not a clean win this week by the Eagles, and it's at the Cowboys, so it's tough, but I think they've got it. Green Bay beats the Giants, so good job, Green Bay. You won a game again. Let's see. Chargers beat the Raiders. Colts beat the Steelers. Jets beat the Dolphins. So I think there's, I don't know if I had the Dolphins losing previously. That might have been one of the ones I did. You lose one and win one against each other. Texans and Titans. I think Titans win this, but could be close. I keep scrolling. Ravens beat the Jags. KC beats the Patriots. Browns beat the Bears. Lions beat the Broncos. Bengals beat the Vikings. And the Cowboys beat the Bills. Bills haven't been looking as great recently. Josh Allen's still playing really great football, but unfortunately it's just tough, especially losing a lot of their really good defensive players that they apparently needed, because you're noticing it a lot. Anyway, it's been brutal for the Bills, but they are still going to be top of their division. Falcons beat the Panthers. Bucks beat the Packers. Maybe a throw up, but I don't know. Baker Mayfield's been playing some good football, and the Packers have not. Saints beat the Giants. 49ers beat the Cardinals. Commanders beat the Rams. And Eagles beat the Seahawks. Birds against birds. All right, coming up this week, we got Bengals, Steelers. Bills beat the Chargers. Texans beat the Browns, which I feel like is kind of an underdog, but Deshaun Watson hasn't been impressive. Meanwhile, the young CJ Stroud has. Broncos beat the Patriots. KC beats Raiders again. Jets beat the Commanders. I got Colts beating the Falcons. Seahawks beating the Texans. Bucks beating the Jags. I'm just realizing the Jags keep losing a lot. Ooh, they didn't even make wild card. Maybe I was wrong somewhere, but I'm right always. So that's not possible. They easily could win this one, and that would change quite a bit, probably. Let's see. Nope, it actually changes nothing. It changes their position, but they don't get to the wild card, and Bucks are still in the playoffs. Cowboys beat the Dolphins. The Dolphins have not showed up against a good team. It's really unfortunate, but I think they're a really fun team to watch, but it's just not impressive. Ravens beat the 49ers. I think they kind of beat them up. Plain and simple. I would say this is a good game of the week. Maybe the best game of the week. Maybe this one's a better game. Or this one. But I would say this is the best game of the week. But the last 2 times I've said that with the Ravens have been against the Lions and now the Seahawks. And what is that? Like 76 points to 6. I'm going to give it to the Ravens just because I would say that, but apparently that's a curse, so we'll see. Saints beat the Rams. Packers beat the Panthers. So good job. Go Pack, go, Squeaking out your whatever win. Bro, I can't find them. 5-12. Bears beat Cardinals. Let's go Tyson. Eagles beat the Giants. All right, we are almost through December. All right, we got Browns, Raiders, Ravens beating the Dolphins. Interesting. I've got that one up there. Yeah, I'm just probably going to cruise through some of these tougher ones. Texans beating the Titans. Maybe the Titans win, but I think the Texans win. Bengals beating the Chiefs. Chiefs defense looks great, but the Bengals have gone through their 4-game slump of being a horrible looking team, and now they're ready to be like Super Bowl caliber. And meanwhile, the Chiefs, the best part of the Chiefs has been the defense the last few weeks. Kelsey isn't getting the ball, and I think defenses have realized if Kelsey doesn't get the ball, none of their receivers are good enough to get the ball. So I feel like Bengals take this one home. Chargers beat the Broncos. At home, Dallas beats the Lions. The Lions are on the road. I think they're much weaker team on the road compared to other teams. Because most of the time I agree that I don't subscribe that a home game is everything, but the Lions are kind of bad on the road. I think these are all. Vikings beat the Packers. I think even without Cousins, they beat them. Plain simple. Bills beat the Dolphins again. Josh Allen plays at a high caliber for the game, and he's got the curse of playing however good the people he's going against. Bengals beat the Browns. I feel like that doesn't need too much explanation. Broncos beat the Raiders. One of those, you deserve it ones. Bears beat the Packers. I think the Packers should be worst in their division. But that's what happens. I think the rest of these make sense. All right, wild card round. Did it delete it deleted everything. So that's cool. So I think I put Bengals, Browns, Chiefs, Cowboys, 49ers, and Lions. Oh, it's because I clicked on 2 things. Oh, that's what did it. So it did change something, I guess. And then I had Ravens and I think Bengals. I think Bengals pull it off again, beat the Chiefs, since they haven't looked so hot. Eagles beat the Cowboys. Sorry, Cowboys, you're the Cowboys, and this is the playoffs. You lose. All right, let's see. I put Lions up for that one, but that's a close call. Ravens and Eagles, and then next one, Eagles. I think Eagles take it home finally, but Ravens beat the Bengals. Ravens have been playing great football, and if they stay healthy, they might embarrass the Bengals, especially at home. And the Eagles will probably take home from the Lions. And then, finally, it's been a while, but the Eagles are back in the Super Bowl. And by a while, I mean 1 year. And I think this time there's not a call that just ends the game. I think it's a great game through and through. I think it's a close game. Battle of good defenses and good offenses. And I just think Eagles come through with it. Without Goddard, though, it's going to be a harder road. I think Goddard's a pretty good last resort for Hurts to throw the ball, but that's just how it works. Anyway, now we will go on to my presentation. Sorry to Peast, but you're stupid and you're wrong. MVP, Jalen Hurts. He said it's Lamar Jackson. No way. Jalen Hurts, look at him. He's winning it this year because they're also winning the Super Bowl. You're not going to give MVP to the loser of the Super Bowl. Defensive Player of the Year, this is where we agree. I think it's Micah Parsons. He thinks it's Micah Parsons. Fair. Offensive Player of the Year. Throw up. I'm not putting my money on either, which you can say is lame. And, of course, you just... Tyreek Hill or A.J. Brown. I don't know what else to say. I think Tyreek Hill's stats have taken advantage of easy defenses. And I think A.J. Brown is helping more. He has harder routes, making tougher catches rather than using your speed to get wide open, which I'm not blaming Tyreek Hill for, but I think in terms of helping the team more, I don't know. That's hard to say for sure, because without Tyreek Hill, the Dolphins probably aren't nearly as good. But, man, I think A.J. Brown is exactly what this Eagles offense needed and is part of what took them to the Super Bowl last year and part of what helped them be good this year. So we'll see. A.J. Brown broke the record for most games in a row with 125 yards or more. Tyreek obviously has had some explosive games with way more yards, so that's where it's hard to say. And Tyreek has more touchdowns, but I don't know. We'll see how the rest of the season goes, but I think it's a total switch up between these two. Coach of the Year, we also agree on this, Dan Campbell. He's the man. I'm kind of a Lions fan recently, the last 3 years or so. Once Jared Goff got traded, I felt like they were underrated. I felt like, especially the first year, their win-loss record did not display how good they were. And he has obviously turned them around, made some great draft choices, and really coached them well. Comeback Player of the Year and Walter Payton Man of the Year. Also agree on this. Damar Hamlin, he died on the field. He literally died and then came back. Yeah, I think he's played already a little bit. That's enough. They don't care. I don't know who else would win it, but he wins it. Offensive Rookie of the Year. Before this week, I was saying it's either Stroud or Puka Nacua. But with Stafford out, Puka suffered big time. Because even with Cooper Kupp back in, Puka was still producing. It was incredible. He was close to beating he was on track to beating the receiving yard record, let alone rookie one, set by Jamar Chase, I believe. But since Stafford's out for even a little bit, and Puka's going to suffer from that, And with Stroud putting up 470 yards and 5 touchdowns in one game, it's hard to argue that it can't be him. So I'm putting him out there. Defensive Rookie of the Year. Kind of agree. We got Jalen Carter. He put just Jalen Carter. I'm thinking Jalen Carter or Byron Young. It's close call because they're both doing really well. No matter who wins it, they're both very good at what they do. I'm not arguing with them at all, but I think that's it. So yeah, that's it. I'm right, unfortunately. Here we can go back. Eagles win it all. There's all the awards on top of it. I don't know. I think it's a pretty clear winner to me. I think the Eagles' offense has looked much better this year. He disagrees with me, Peast, but I think their offense looks better where their defense is looking worse. And last year was defense looked better, offense looked a little worse. He thinks vice versa. And I don't know what kind of defense lets the Commanders put up the points they have put up against the Eagles, but apparently he says a really good one. But yeah, here's all the win-loss records of everybody. Panthers 1-16. Good job on trading up for that spot. Real good job. But yeah, I think the Vikings sneak in still. Let's go. I'm hyped. I believe. But yeah, I think Chargers, Jags, and maybe Jets all have a chance to do something else, to change their trajectory. But yeah, if anything about this video ages poorly or I'm wrong, it's because the scriptwriters saw this video and wanted to make me look stupid, so they did that instead. So it's not really my fault. It's really, you should be blaming everybody else except for me, because like I said, I'm burdened with the immense weight of infinite knowledge in terms of football, and kind of the GOAT of football. People say it's Tom Brady. People say it's this or that. Mahomes. Wrong. It's Jaquita from the Tud channel. So, yeah, that's it. I'm right. He's stupid wrong. And we'll see how this turns out. I really hope I'm not wrong because I'm documenting it and that just makes it funnier. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed, and I hope documenting all of my choices was the best idea of all time, and not the worst idea of all time. But I hope you have a good day. Make sure to subscribe and maybe watch Peace's video. You know, he's got it. He's got a good idea. He's got a good idea going here. So, you know, watch that. Anyway, hope you have a good day. Goodbye.